age does not determine your intelligence. You can be a 7 years old kid and think the way 45 years people think. But you can also be 30 years old person, but you still have the mind or the way of think like a kid, ladies and gentlemen. And also, you cannot force people who have the ability to walk and tell them that they should run. Same way, you cannot tell people who like to run so that they could slow down to wait for the rest of his age or some kind of like that. Ladies and gentlemen, under this motion today, we are going to debate about whether or not we should separate or arrange students in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performances rather than on their age. Now, I have several cases that show you that even under 15 years old kid can have the intelligence like any other adults, even more than any other adults themselves. For example, like Yuma Suryanto, a programming expert who got compliment from the boss of the most known company around the world, the boss of Apple. Another case, Bagas Naksarasakti, the youngest colleague, 15 years old at Universitas Gajah Mada. And another example, Musa Izanardi Wijanarko, who get into ITB and in the age of 14 years old. Now another this little special kid who is a physics expert within only the age of 12 years old, who get into University of Waterloo in United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. All these cases can tell you that even the youngest kid, that we as normal people think that they're still a kid, who have the intelligence that way much more than we as the average people, ladies and gentlemen. In here, we as the government teams out of the house have a mechanism which is going to be an effective way for both of these special students and the average students, or even the lower class of students itself, ladies and gentlemen. We have a model. Our mechanism is, first, we took the first 6 years of their school, of their years, from the first grade until the 6th grade, just the same way as what happened right now. We took these 6 years as a measure point so that we could separate these students in the next level of their education, which is after they get into junior high school. We are starting to separate them based on their IQ, ladies and gentlemen. So start from junior high school and senior high school, we are going to separate them based on their intelligence, which is we are going to use. It would be better if we grouping them based on their IQ, because IQ is the bestest way to measure someone's intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. So please remember and please note that the first 6 years is just still the same way as it is right now, because we are going to take this 6 years as the measure point for them to go to the next level of education, ladies and gentlemen. Well, of course, our mechanism have a goal, ladies and gentlemen. We in here as the government have a goal, which is we are going to create an activity to learn both for the teachers and the students, ladies and gentlemen. The status quo right now, most of the case, teachers only take a look of the progress of the smartest kid in the class. For example, like a biology teacher or math teacher, whenever there's this kid who is the smartest kid in the subject of math, the teachers will always look on them and say, oh, how much do we already progress? And this kid just shout out and tell the progress. The smartest kids just shout out and tell the progress. And the teachers would simply forget about all the rest of the kids in the class itself, ladies and gentlemen. Well, of course, we're not generalizing all teachers is like this, but most of the case, ladies and gentlemen. Now, because of this thing, there's also several consequences that happens on the class itself, which is I'm going to explain to you on my argument. Ladies and gentlemen, in here, I as the first speaker of the government team, I'm going to bring you one point of argument, and my second speaker will bring you a few points of rebuttals and a few points of arguments, and my third speaker is going to bring you the last all rebuttals and a few all rebuttals, and is going to be the last blood of our team, ladies and gentlemen. So move on to my argument. My first argument is why it is justified to agglomerate or grouping them based on their intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. As I say to you before, that age does not determine your intelligence. You can be a 7-year-old kid and have an intelligence or have the way of thinking like an adult people. Vice versa, you can be a 40-year-old person but you still think the way a kid thinks, which is you have a closed-minded or some kind of like that. And also you cannot force people who have the ability to walk and tell them that they should run. Same way you cannot tell people who like to run so that they could slow down and then they should wait for the rest of the groups, ladies and gentlemen. People intelligence are so unique. Some took a long time to understand of one thing. Some want to learn on their own way. Some people just read the thing that just read the book for one time and then they could understand it completely, ladies and gentlemen. So why this is exactly happen? It is because the difference of IQ itself. It is because the difference of the way they showing their intelligence in their academic performances. And these people, these smartest people on class, usually have some problem, ladies and gentlemen. Some case, the smartest kids get hatred from their friends because of their special ability to learn as fast as they could. The rest of the class sometimes hate this smartest kids because of the way they learn, ladies and gentlemen. They want to learn as fast as they can because of their intelligence. And some kids want to learn as slow as they can because their brain cannot catch up to the smartest kids itself, ladies and gentlemen. So in here, this is exactly the reason why we believe that our mechanism is going to be the most perfect thing for both of the smartest students and the average students or even the lower students, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because we separate them based on their own kind, as if we can say it like that, based on their intelligence. So the smartest is going to be filled up, is going to be in one group or in one class with the smartest, with also the smartest kids, so that they could learn as the way they learn, so that they could learn as fast as they want. Now the average kids could also be with other average students, so that they could learn and on their own way, on their own time, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot blame. We cannot see who the one to blame. Is it the smartest or the average students? Why? Because both of them is actually justified. Because both of them is actually right on their own way, because they need time to learn. Some took so fast to learn, just need short time to learn because of their this special ability. Some took a long time to learn because of their brain. So in here, that we also, in our case, and also in our side of the house, we also make the teacher could teach could also make the teachers teach within their own within their ability too. When the teachers is faced with the smartest students on the schools, we also need the teacher who could keep up with them, right? Who could give them all the things that they need. So in here, ladies and gentlemen, bottom line from our case in here, that we are going to create an effectivity to learn both the teachers and the students itself. That is all from me. Thank you.